That beautiful colour on the chicken there, that's the smoke. That's that wonderful hickory smoke, just sort of colouring up the skin. So I'm making a really lovely Alabama smoked chicken dish. So I've set my charcoal up in a 50-50 setting. So there's charcoal on one half, nothing on the other half. And that's going to allow me to cook the chicken indirectly. And I'm going to add 2 or 3 lumps of really lovely hickory smoking wood. Shut the lid, just let that smoke build up for a sec. So I dry brined this chicken. I cut some deep slashes into the chicken just to increase the surface area, and then I dry brined it with a really good sprinkle of Maldon. What that salt does is work its way into the meat proteins, and it sort of separates the protein bonds that are holding the meat fibres together. When the meat hits the fire, those fibres can't contract up as much. Essentially, you get a juicier bit of meat at the end of it, so it's a really, really good thing to do. Right, so that chicken just goes now on the fire. So I'm going to put it as far away from the fire as possible. I want to cook it indirectly. It's just a much more gentle way of cooking stuff. And what that means is the chicken is going to have time for the smoke to kind of suck right into the middle of it. Shut the lid, trap all that beautiful smoke in, and then I'm going to get making the Alabama white sauce. Right, so Alabama white sauce, mayonnaise, cider vinegar, some lovely hot horseradish, crushed back peppercorns, and a little bit of chilli just for extra heat, and a lovely little pinch of Maldon, and then lemon. And that is it. I'm just going to mix that up. And then this is going to be a baste for that chicken, but also a sauce to serve it with. So I am going to take half of it out to save for the sauce. I'm just going to flip that chicken over now. So I don't know if you can see that beautiful colour on the chicken there. That's the smoke. That's that wonderful hickory smoke, just sort of colouring up the skin. So I'm just going to shut that lid, keep it cooking. So now I'm going to get these tomatoes ready for grilling. Just going to slice them through and put them on this grilling pan. Cut side up, a nice glug of olive oil and a lovely little pinch of Maldon. And then they will go over a direct heat once I've turned that chicken and I'm starting basting it. I'm going to plug in my Weber Connect Smart Grilling Hub. So I'm just going to insert it into the deepest part of one of those chicken legs. So when you're cooking meat over barbecue, it's really important to kind of cook to temperature, because temperature is your best guide to when your food is done. So whilst the chicken is still cooking indirectly, I'm going to get the tomatoes over at the direct heat now, so they'll caramelise up and be lovely. Right, croutons. So some bread, just nice chunky cubes. Slide those into a fireproof pan. Some rosemary and some garlic. Literally bruise it open and leave the skins on it. Another good glug of olive oil and a little pinch of Maldon. And I'm going to put those where the tomatoes were. So time to get those tomatoes off. Put those in. Keep cooking. Right, so those croutons are ready now. I can smell them, they're smelling good. I'm going to pop those there. Now our temperature probe is reading at 68 Celsius, so chicken's safe to eat at 74, but I know this is well on its way to being done. So it's time to start basting it with that dressing. I'm just going to be really generous here with this lovely punchy Alabama sauce. Right, I'm going to turn that chicken over now. Baste the other side. Right, another generous mopping. Right, I'm just going to shut the lid again, keep that cooking until we get to the magic temperature of 74 Celsius. That chicken is looking fantastic. Time to plate up. So a nice big scatter of watercress just for some extra punch. And then those chicken legs. And then I'm going to nestle our lovely little roast tomatoes in. And these lovely croutons. that dressing we saved. Just a lovely little drizzle. A few chives. And a final little bit of crunch. Sprinkle of Maldon. And we're done. Alabama chicken salad.